MagMongoSlade. I watched Smackdown, and I wish I hadn't, because nothing happens on this show, and I feel like I've been beat with a bat all day. So I'm in a terrible mood. I have no patience whatsoever for this boring show. Oh my God. July the 12th, 2024, Smackdown. Let's get into it as quickly as possible. Tiffany Stratton opened the show with the Money in the Bank briefcase. It is not pink, therefore Triple H is a failure once again. I mean, you had one job, which is to give Tiffany Stratton the briefcase and for the briefcase to be pink, and he managed to not do it. Of course, she talked about being the youngest Money in the Bank winner on the women's side. I think she's just the youngest, period. She might be younger than Austin Theory when he won the Money in the Bank. Who knows? Anyway, Bayley interrupted, says she has been in this division and been champion before Tiffany Stratton even knew what WWE was, which was like 2019. And then Tiffany Stratton says that 2019 was a million years ago, which is accurate. It's good math. It's Tiffany Stratton math. At this point, Nia Jax came out, said that Bayley was making empty threats and that she's going to win the title from Bayley. Bayley then tried to allude that Tiffany Stratton would cash in on Nia Jax. Nia Jax says that that won't happen because Tiffany Stratton is her own little personal Barbie doll. But when it comes to Bayley, she's going to embarrass Bayley. Then she says, okay, well, I know that you're not the same Bayley that I wrestled in NXT or the one that I embarrassed. She says, I guess we can call you BBL Bayley, which trended all night on Twitter because Auntie Pam's gams have been getting a lot of attention lately, especially she's been doing home workout videos. They've been everywhere. They've been everywhere. You ain't never there. Anyway, Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax then jumped Bayley and beat her up. Then Mia Yim made the save with a kendo stick because that's her gimmick now. She's hardcore. She's hardcore. She's hardcore. Nia Jax ended up wrestling Mia Yim in a match. I hated it. Didn't want to watch it. Annihilator. Nia Jax wins. Who cares? Afterwards, Bayley tried to attack Nia Jax. She got beat up again by Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. And then, while Nia Jax's back was turned, Tiffany Stratton teased cashing in the Money in the Bank. She let the intrusive thoughts take over and the fans who were chanting for her to cash in. And Nia Jax caught her in the act, and Tiffany Stratton was like, "Ooh, sorry, didn't mean that, no big deal." And her and Nia Jax left together. So that's going to be what they do with Tiffany Stratton. You know, they're going to tease whether she's going to cash in on Nia Jax or try to steal Nia Jax's championship run. It would be silly for her to wait to do it and then have to fight Nia Jax. That would be silly. Because that would do nothing but get her some heat with Nia Jax. She's probably better off waiting for after the match. So, but I do like that they're doing something unique with her. They're doing something different. So, okay, good. Solo Sikoa said the Bloodline had all of the titles. Now he's here to build a new family, to form a more powerful, hungrier, more aggressive family, and one that will last for decades as long as he is the tribal chief. Cody Rhodes is backstage with Randy Orton. Randy Orton says that he's got Cody's back. Kevin Owens is not there. Praise God! Because his family needs him. But Randy says he's going to have Cody's back just in case those Samoans do what Samoans do, and that's jump Cody and beat him up. Cody says, okay, okie dokie, even though he didn't really want Randy out there. He's like, all right, sure. Randy then said, well, after Solo Sikoa, there's going to be some more guys coming for that title. And guess what? I'm going to have your back then, too. And then Cody was like, suspicious. Very suspicious. I was even suspicious of that one. Randy is plotting. Anyway, main event of the show, well, the closing segment of the show. Solo Sikoa comes out there, demands that the crowd acknowledges him, says that everybody who did acknowledge him, like his own brothers, are gone. The wise man is gone. Roman is gone. Then he says now it's time for Cody to acknowledge him. Cody came out there. Before Solo even said anything, he accepted the challenge of Solo Sikoa and said that if it was up to him, he wouldn't wait until SummerSlam. Of course, that promptly got his shit kicked in by the Samoans. And then Randy actually did come out there and try to help him, and then he got beat up too. But it was a nice little comeback spot, which featured Jacob Fatu being absolutely amazing and beating up everybody. I mean, he even laid out the tag team guys that was out there beforehand. But the less we said about that, the better, right? Okie dokie. So, Jacob Fatu and the rest of the Samoans, or the Tongans and Samoans, the Islanders, they powerbombed Randy Orton through a table while Cody Rhodes was tied in the ropes and was forced to watch. And being melodramatic as he is, Cody was like, "No, it should be me. You should be powerbombing me. Don't do it." And there goes Randy through the table. And Randy Orton, bon voyage. He's going to be gone until September. Gone to September. Gone to September. You can just look at him and tell he's not making SummerSlam. Randy Orton's on vacation. He's bye-bye. See you later, brother. Big beefy Randy. It's over. All right. The closing segment was all about isolating Cody Rhodes from his partners. Nobody else was there to help. Nobody cared about him. So it was Cody alone against the Bloodline, which makes sense because it came out recently that Jimmy Uso is now medically cleared. So we know who's going to have solos back at SummerSlam is going to be Jimmy Uso. So whether that's in the match, whether it's after the match, however they're going to do it, they're probably going to bring Jimmy back at SummerSlam to save Cody or to help Cody in some way. I'm okay with that. I think that's good. It's a good role for Jimmy, considering it's the same thing he did against Jay. And it's actually a nice little parallel that, Jimmy screwed Jay so many times. Now he's going to screw Solo. He's going to be the spoiler of his own family. That could be fun. But they have to hold off and keep Solo interesting until SummerSlam. It's only 3 weeks. I know it's hard. I know it's a daunting task for old H-Bomb. But they got to take their time. Do it right. Okay? Next. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. Oh my God. Defeated by, Angel and Umberto. Oh my God. This is awful. Anyway, Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews, whose idea was this? I think they have some interactions with Legado del Fantasma, but oh my God. Anyway, Baron Corbin did a dive in this match. It was something, and of course Legado del Fantasma cheated a lot, but this went nowhere and involves people that nobody cares about. It's very unfortunate. Andrade, of course, was doing a sit-down interview up in the rafters when Carmelo Hayes interrupted. He wasn't saying much of anything, but WWE is my destiny. And he got interrupted by Carmelo Hayes, who says that he's the real MVP of the Money in the Bank. And it's about time he started getting treated like the first-round draft pick around here. So when asked what's next for Andrade says, he's next. So he wants to fight Carmelo Hayes, which is okay, fine, whatever. Pretty Deadly. They appeared on this show. Chelsea Green was wearing a neck brace. And she wants to see Sir Nicholas the Prickless to talk about her bad neck. And people calling her Mother of Mayhem, which I popped at that. But, she has to wait for Nick Aldis to be there. So then when Pretty Deadly showed up talking about their musical, which I got a pop out of that, she said they have to wait to the back of the line. And she also called them sisters or something like that, which was humorous. They, of course, are discouraged. They go to get in line when LA Knight comes out of Nick Aldis' office with a clipboard. He's got a clipboard. He goes to the ring. He basically says that he has a signed contract for the United States Championship. Only thing missing is Logan Paul's signature. And he's going to get that signature one way or the other. He got to book a flight back to Logan Paul's house. So the pursuit of LA Knight getting that championship match at SummerSlam is on. It is official. It will happen. Finally. Finally, something positive is going to happen. On this, Chelsea Green and Pretty Deadly, they wait outside of the door for Nick Aldis. But after Blair Davenport, who had a vignette, by the way, and she lost to Naomi. Look, I would love for them to do something with Blair Davenport. I would love for them to remember that she works there sometimes and that she can win matches and that you need to build new people on this show. Look, Tiffany Stratton, we all love Tiffany Stratton. It's great. But Blair Davenport is still fairly new. And I can't tell you how many times she's actually appeared on this show, let alone how many times she's won. And she just lost clean to Naomi. Look, I can't complain about that, whatever. Anyway, Naomi was celebrating with Jade, Bianca, and during Naomi's victory, she talked about Jade and Bianca getting the tag team titles back, and they say, well, they came to talk to Nick Aldis about it, but they know he's not there. So Chelsea Green, along with Pretty Deadly, they heard this. Chelsea Green went into the office, noticed that it was empty, and Pretty Deadly just walked off. And then, of course, Jade and Bianca, they toddled off, and Blair Davenport showed up, wanted to shake hands with Naomi, saying if the best person won. She did that, and then she jumped Naomi from behind, which is all very generic heel stuff, and doesn't tell us anything about Blair Davenport, doesn't put her over at all, and only just says that this is not over, which it should be. I don't know what they're doing. This division is a disaster. Okay, they're doing something with Tiffany and Nia, all right. But Bayley has been an absolutely disastrous champion right now. All booking, because I love Auntie Pam, but all booking. It's been the shits. What is also the shits, DIY defeated A-Town Down Under in a rematch that was not hyped up, that nobody cared about, that was technically the main event of the show. Once again, Grayson Waller hit Austin Theory. Oh... And DIY won the match. Oh my God. Then they all got destroyed by Jacob Fatu, so none of this mattered anyway. So that goes to show how much they cared about this whole thing. They cared not at all for this. Oh, have mercy. A lot of people are talking about Logan Paul and his United States Championship. He's been champion for 250 days and has not defended it. Well, he's defended it probably twice in all that time, which is a very lax schedule. People do not like when titles are rarely defended, unless it's, Gunther or something like that. But I don't know, man. It's the booking of the mid card that is a huge problem with SmackDown. If the main event stuff is not hitting, like the Bloodline stuff ain't really tearing it up, then SmackDown is absolutely in the toilet. They have nothing else. They have no second gear. There's no, okay, we can take it easy on the Bloodline this week because we can turn it up here. There's nothing. There's none of that. And they keep writing people out of the show. Logan Paul keeps disappearing. Randy Orton keeps disappearing. The girls who are there every week are not featured. Bianca's never featured. Jade's never featured. So it's almost like there's only like 2 stars on the entire show, which is like Solo and Cody. And if they're not doing something really, really good, the show's trash. And they consistently book the show to not have anything interesting happen. Yes, Chelsea Green is fun, and doing little vignettes and stuff with her throughout the show is fun, but it's not enough. She's not on TV enough. This needed to be a bounce back for Money in the Bank. This needed to be more. You need really to build some stuff in the middle. And there was a lot of promos on this show that was supposed to do that. The Andrade promo, LA Knight promo, the stuff with Nia and Tiffany and Bayley. All that stuff was supposed to add heat to those other matches. But SummerSlam is going to be more than 5 matches. From my estimation, it's probably going to be more like 6 or 7, which is better. It's almost a full card. A full card is about 8. All right. So over full card is like 12 or 14 or whatever AEW is doing. It's way too many. But a full card, pay-per-view card is usually about 8 matches. Of varying times, not, 5 30-minute matches, for God's sake. So this needs to be fixed. SmackDown needs to be fixed. The middle of the show is too terrible. Even people that you like, there's not enough going on with them. Everybody likes Bayley, but she's been an absolutely horrific champion. And it's not her fault. It is the fault of Triple H and the booking. It sucks. It needs to be fixed. DIY, they suck. And they are poorly booked. So I can't say more than now that they've beaten A-Town down twice, who else is there for them to wrestle? There is no other tag teams. Are they about to try to do Legado del Fantasma? Because that's interesting, but you would have to put some emphasis on those guys, and they haven't done that. So I don't know what they're doing on SmackDown, man, but it's a disaster. Let me know what you guys think, though, and I'll talk to you guys later.